Hi, good afternoon. What Elastifile does is we enable the hybrid IT by delivering a coarse cloud data fabric. I'll talk a bit the technology, although I don't want to get too much deep here. What we see in the enterprise market that CIOs, CTOs are aiming to change the way they used to buy IT infrastructure and reduce the total cost of ownership. And that's happening for quite some time, but they didn't find a way to do it. In the last couple of years, with the adoption of the software-defined environment, clouds, and especially public cloud, that's become really a mission of most of the CIOs and CTO to build or rebuild their architecture. So what they would like to achieve is bring in some of the cloud infrastructure technology on-premise and use the public cloud as an extension to their on-premise data centers. And avoiding the whole hardware locking environments, avoiding the complexities of buying fixed amount of data infrastructure or solutions, and also enabling the migration of data between the on-premise and the cloud is a huge challenge for them as the environment become much more global. So I'll use the next 2 or 3 slides to just show you what's an independent research or a survey that was done in different enterprises IT, and that includes about 1,000 different IT organizations of average size of 500 to 1,000 people and above. And we focus on looking at the architecture, the cloud architecture, and so forth. 96% of them actually said, hey, we are already using the cloud. But when we talk about the cloud, they're using all kinds of SaaS and all kinds of Salesforce application and the like. They are not really moving their IT to the cloud. That's their mission, and that's what their cloud strategy is, but they are not doing it. So 81% of them are saying they want to use the multi-cloud architecture and ability to avoid a single cloud vendor, whether it's AWS, which is obviously the most dominant public cloud infrastructure. They want to have a variety of clouds. That's what is called multi-cloud strategy. And also the ability to build a hybrid cloud solution. And a hybrid cloud, and I'm just sharing with you some terms in this industry, that is allowing them to still maintain their on-premise data centers, but extend their IT to the public cloud and leverage on the flexibility and agility of the public cloud, which is kind of built on a consumption-based model. So what Elastifile does is focus on those large legacy enterprise customers, mid-sized, large in different sectors, like on this list, but those who really want to move to the public cloud, those who really believe that the extension of their IT to the public cloud is their mission. And with that, our mission is really to build an infrastructure that enables those enterprises to migrate their IT and make it as flexible and agile as possible without the need to focus on some specific vendor, whether it's the legacy one, Dell, EMC, IBM, or whatever, that had specific hardware, rigid infrastructure. So that's the on-prem software-defined data centers that has been around for a couple of years now. But with migration to the public cloud, that's become a much more global infrastructure. And our vision is that this whole environment will be fully transparent to enterprise using on-prem data centers, multiple clouds, and the ability to mobilize application and data. And mobilizing the data is the hardest problem in this environment. So what Elastifile built is software-based, very agile, very elastic infrastructure for data management solution We call it the distributed file system, but it goes way beyond that, which allow you to run application, both legacy application and new application, whether it's blocks, objects, or file services, all under a unified platform, just like the vision of the cloud, that you run and use the compute resources in the cloud for running multiple applications. Our middleware software is enabling the same thing to run application at scale, at very high performance, independently, completely independently from the underlying hardware. So any commoditized servers or infrastructure, whether it's on-prem or in cloud, whether it's AWS or whether it's Google Cloud, the way they build the infrastructure is do not matter to you. As an IT guy, you can run the application everywhere. We have here a couple of use cases. One in the life science, where we work with Google Cloud. Google Cloud is one of our partners, and we help them or enable them to move in a burst mode those applications, those research application to the cloud, using this on-demand compute resources, and then bring back the data. And the land is the burst, but the vision is it goes way beyond that with any databases and application. Similarly, an example from the EDA, the chip design market, where the chip design is being done on-premise, but high-performance workloads like chip design verification can be burst to the cloud and then use enormous amount of resources running the application on top of our middleware in cloud, in this case, AWS. We have launched our solution in 2017, and we have about 40 partners and customers all over the world that are already migrating application to their infrastructure based on our solution. Elastifile is in business for about 4 years. We have developed the solution for over 3 years, and we're just now in the go-to-market phase. We are supported by three financial investors and 7 strategic investors, including Dell EMC, Cisco, Samsung Ventures, Micron Technology, and as well as Lenovo and Huawei and Western Digital. All of them really see the infrastructure that we build as kind of the next generation disruption of the IT market compared to all the other vendors, because the technology that we build allow the scale, allow the flexibility, ease of use, high performance, and a very cost-effective, because you buy it as you need, you reduce the infrastructure or you increase the infrastructure on demand, and it really enables you to free your data and free your business without the lock-in to a specific infrastructure that have been sold to you in the past from those large vendors. Thank you.